Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
And what's it gonna do?
It doesn't matter how you're doing. Woo! Wheeling, dealing, limousine right, jet flying.
Can you dig it, sucker?
Would you please shut the hell up?
You don't know what hard times are, Daddy.
The cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the human rubble.
What up, what up? Welcome to episode 93 of Keep the Kayfabe. I'm Mike, sitting here with my boys, ready to talk some wrestling. It's been a lot of fun this summer. We took the week off just with scheduling, but we're happy to be back with you because we got a lot of fun stuff to discuss this week. We got some new tag team champions in AEW right now. Ric Flair is coming out for another farewell match. We just got the details about that today. We haven't discussed it yet with the boys, so I'm looking forward to chatting with them about that. Plus, there is a huge Ring of Honor pay-per-view coming up this Saturday, Death Before Dishonor. And the card is shaping up pretty nice. So we're going to break that down pretty soon here. But we got to introduce the fellas real quick. Let's go over to Glendale. Talk to my guy who keeps it regal, Mr. Steve Grobschmidt. What up, Grabby?
Yo, listen. Keep the Kayfabe is back, and it's the end of July. In just under 2 weeks, we're going to watch Ric Flair die. At 73, he ain't smooth. He ain't bendy. I just hope this match goes better than his marriage to Wendy.
Oh!
And let's all throw a prayer. Let's all throw a prayer up for good old slick Rick, and that his match will be short, like Matt Michelson's.
Oh! Again! Got him again!
Steve Grobschmidt has arrived.
Off the top rope at that.
Robbie has arrived. Scissor me, daddy.
Oh, I'm crying over here. Legit. That was too funny.
Came prepared.
Every time. And I'm always the final punchline, I feel.
I know. Right before your wedding coming up, too. Not to knock a guy's confidence or anything.
Oh,
No,
he's
not
got
at
it. I mean, Elias did that for us, right?
Right. Yeah, he's the reason
True.
this wedding's happening. Shout out to
Yeah.
Elias for giving me that final nudge.
Or Ezekiel?
I could
Definitely Elias.
I'm pretty sure it was Elias, yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Speaking of a guy with a huge horn, Mr. Matt Michelson, how are you? Keeping it freshly squeezed?
Freshly squeezed. Then, now, forever.
Nice.
Dun, dun.
We
Nice.
So fun story on that. I believe Mike was actually just messaging with Becky, my future wife, and she gave
Hey,
away a little.
it was all to help you out. Nothing on the side, nothing weird.
No.
Hey, we know you're not Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Exactly. She's not a secretary, so.
And unlike
Strictly
Vince,
professional.
you would be fired from the podcast if that happened. But no, in all seriousness, though, we are finishing up decorations for the wedding, and one of the things I'm very proud of is it's a beer-themed wedding. So there's going to be some growlers, some jugs of beer with no beer in them. But we're putting stickers on some of them that say, then, now, forever.
Ah,
So
Mhm.
if you get it, you get it. If you don't, I'll be happy to tell you.
you're like, what the fuck is this?
Oh, it's great.
We'll get it.
It's just, it's the subtleties. It's the little deets that make the big diff at a wedding. come to know, just because you've gone to a million of them. There's a whole procession, but it's those little touches that make it special and memorable. So I like that. And I sent her some good ones. I thought these would be good on the growlers. I'd be like, we got 2 words for you. I do. Or Michelson 316.
Nice.
Yep, that's
Michelson
good.
316 would be good.
Yep.
Or what was the other one I sent her? I can't remember. Either way, it's gonna be fun. I cannot wait for your wedding. Probably gonna be such a fun time.
I can't either.
And I can't wait for the wedding because we got a fun little follow-up day.
Yeah.
Charlie Box Office does it again. We'll get to the story in a second, but let's talk to the man, the myth, the legend. Oh my God! Charlie Michael.
JEFFJART. One last time with the Nature Boy. That's as good as I got.
God.
Oh man, and I hope they have like a tag team with some old broads to Dancing with My Baby Tonight or whatever that Jeff Jarrett song was back then.
People are like online, like, I can't believe that WWE's letting him do it. I'm like, they don't care, dude.
He's an executive.
Yeah, he's not a signed contract. People are so stupid. Like, he's not a signed contract or wrestler, you know.
Same reason Bruce Pritchard and all those guys still do the podcast. They don't give a shit.
Yes. Well, we're going to get to that Ric Flair match in a little bit here, but Charlie fucking box office Michael pulls off the steal of the century. I had no idea about this. So I was working a show on Wednesday, and Charlie actually was in the vicinity. He stopped over. It's a Wednesday night, so I missed Dynamite. He was over at Yuli's doing his thing with Cigar Shop Scott. They said the pay-per-view was on fire. The chat was real quiet throughout the night too. I was really busy, but at the end, I mean, there was something big happening.
Shit,
Charlie comes over and he just had this look. And Charlie, he's watched a lot of wrestling in his day.
I was
so
shocked.
When he's about something, it's got to be good. And now let me paint a little picture for you too here, boys. This is probably the closest. I mean, I'm not a religious person. But this is probably the closest to what heaven feels like.
What? No way. You're not religious?
I'm in town in Milwaukee. My wife, baby, and dog are up with my family in the Wisconsin Dells for a little vacation during the week. I come home to work this event. I go back up to the Dells Thursday night. But after a big show, it's late. I have the house to myself, and I don't like leaving the house with it dirty. Before a vacation, just coming back to a dirty house after a vacation is just like the biggest kick in the dick ever.
Yep,
right?
For sure.
So I got a perfect clean house, air conditioning, full bar, peace and quiet. I haven't had a night's sleep in close to 3 months here. And I mean, I had a great AEW Dynamite to watch with Wardlow and Orange Cassidy to lead it off. I'm like, is this heaven? I had pizza rolls in the air fryer, cocktail made. It was freaking amazing.
And a pocket full of money.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, and I had great sales, and it wasn't even stressful work either. It was just really nice, calm, happy to be there. Freaking awesome. Just a great night. So we're going to get to that match.
Me and Mike highly recommend you guys check out the night market sometime. It's one of the best things in Milwaukee.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that.
Milwaukee night market.
I highly recommend it.
Second Wednesday of August now in September.
Yep.
So there's 2 left.
2 more, yeah.
Super fun. But the big news is, Charlie, we were talking about, they said where All Out was going to be. We thought it was going to hit the road, maybe go to Canada, maybe take it on the road somewhere else, but it's back at home to where it belongs, where it all started, the Now Arena.
The Now Arena even, yeah.
Mm-hmm. One of the best places to see a show, and I mean, we talk about it all the time on the show. As long as we're so close to All Out, one of the best pay-per-views maybe on the planet, we're going to do our damnedest to be there every year. And I told Charlie, it's like, I bet I can go. I bet I could swing it if it's at the Now Arena. But Michelson knew he was out because he was getting married the day before.
Mm-hmm.
Steve was still checking it out, but Charlie was able.
My buddy Scott couldn't go. He's going to Alaska. Cigar Shop Scott was out. So I was like, fuck it. Regardless, I'm going solo or I'm buying 2 tickets.
So there was apparently a pre-sale on Thursday.
Yeah, I got
tickets
the email.
went on sale officially on Friday.
I got the email too.
So I had no clue. Charlie hops on. I'm back up at the Dells. I have a tea time in like an hour. I'm by the pool drinking cocktails. And Charlie says he snagged 2 tickets to All Out. So it was like one of the best 24 hours I've had in a long time. I mean, the birth of my son was awesome, but this was pretty great too.
Following that, this is up there.
Can you take us through the moment? Because, I mean, just getting tickets to a big show is just an adrenaline rush. I mean, with COVID, we lost that feeling, but once it's back in your blood, it's like, it's fucking lightning. It's an electric factor.
It was weird, man, because I got online, then I got in the queue. I was either like, I can't remember, 1,600 or 1,800 people behind. I'm like, fuck, maybe I have a chance. So I just kept refreshing the page, and then I got in. And so I'm like, all right, cool, there's tickets. So I just started grabbing 2 tickets. gone. Someone else, gone. So I just kept refreshing, kept doing it over, hitting tickets about 20, at least 20 times, dude. Then, I kept refreshing and looking, and then all of a sudden, I saw 2 tickets in section 218, so I just snagged them, and all of a sudden, boom, there's the card. I'm like, fuck yes, got him. It was like, it was incredible, dude, because it was like impossible, dude. And after, as we saw later today, that they had so many tickets blocked out for you have to buy the whole package weekend.
All 3 shows,
All 3 shows.
Dynamite and Rampage. Yeah,
I'd have to look it up again, but there was only like a few thousand that were on sale. It's what's incredible that I got them, dude. I mean, it's literally almost a needle in a haystack, dude. It was that tough, dude. It was just like,
dude,
I just stayed persistent. I'm like, fuck it, I'll just keep going until I finally wear out. I just kept doing it. So it took probably 20, 25 minutes just to keep hammering it. Because I was just, I was working and running some jobs and watching them. So I was like, it's no big deal. So I just kept over and over. And then, boom, I got them, dude. I might try to buy them on my phone next time. See if that makes it faster. But I got it.
It does
now.
help.
Yeah,
so
I usually get the phone and the laptop going. Sometimes even the iPad to have 3 devices going. And one of them usually hits.
Yeah,
Worked. Yeah.
I think they got a deal set up now where you can only be logged into one account. So, like, if
true.
I'm logged into my account, it's either on the mobile or the online because you can't do multiple. I mean, I guess I could do multiple. You know what I should do is I should make another fake
a burner.
Yeah, burner account and then use that. So that way I have 2 going. But it was a miracle, man, and I was damn happy to get
Nailed
him
it.
when I got him. It was
Nailed it.
It was
That's
some
crazy.
work for
Charlie
sure, bro.
is they're gonna have a statue outside of the Now Arena.
Yeah, I know.
You are 4-0, bro.
I'm Mr.
No denying you.
Yep,
Unreal.
yeah.
So Charlie,
Yeah, it
you
was
mentioned
crazy.
section 218. So where, I guess, is that the lower level of slanted seats?
No, it's. I think there's only 2 sections. It's the upper.
Yeah.
I say the ring's here, and it's like off to the right. If you're looking, like we're to the right of the ring, like 217's close.
Oh, that's not bad.
A little too. We're
on the hard cam. I think we're on the hard cam side, but we're between where the tunnel is and where the ring is.
Oh,
and we're
sweet.
row 5, so we're pretty low on that upper section.
Yeah,
so
we're not like way up in the back. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty. We'll get a pretty good view.
I'm real pumped.
That place is a smaller arena. It's kind of like Panther Arena where there's really not a bad seat in there, dude. Like United Center, we were up there, man. It's like if you're up. If you're up on top of the United Center, you're up there. So.
I feel like we'll get the same perspective as we saw at Panther Arena. It's pretty much the same height differential.
Much,
so it's going to be electric.
It's going to be hot, dude.
When Sasha shows up,
I have a feeling she is free.
If it's going to happen, that's the place.
Would that be crazy? That place is going to go nuts.
Oh, if she comes out, that'll be as big a pop as the other ones.
Yep. Oh, it might even be bigger because she's bigger than Adam Cole. That obviously not Daniel, but she's one of the big.
She moved the needle.
Big names. Yep.
With a lot left in the tank too. It's not like they're getting some.
Yeah, she's like 27. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like they're getting natty.
Right.
On the back end of their career for sure.
Yep.
Cool. Well, dude, Charlie is the king. He's basically the Undertaker of All Out. He's undefeated.
4-0.
We're not tied yet, and we're going to try to keep going as much as we can. So it's going to be a good series of days. And
undefeated, bro.
And speaking of people that have had some good days, Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland are your new AEW Tag Team Champions. This was the main event on Dynamite just this last Wednesday versus the Young Bucks versus Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs. And, we were actually joking around on it because I was remembering when I was editing the last week's podcast, they're like, oh, the Young Bucks, they're going to win next week. It's not even going to be anything. But, I mean, you could see this building throughout the match. Like, these guys might have a shot. And then at the end, it's like, oh, my God, they're going to do it. And then when the pin happened, we were all just like, "Oh my God!"
Yeah.
Like it was just so great to see on a live TV program. Those two, and they've been hot, and they've been hinting at these possible, team conflicts, like they're gonna break up because, Keith Lee eliminated Swerve in a battle royal, or vice versa. Yeah, I can't remember all the little hints. So it's like, oh, there's no way. I mean, this is just another great, stacked 3-way tag team. Great teams, but the Bucks are going to prevail.
Oh, totally. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, it's the Bucks because it's Bucks FTR for all the belts. That's how it's going to be.
Yep.
Right. So now this changes a lot of things in the landscape here, boys, especially with Dynamite coming up, or excuse me, All Out coming up in, a little over a month now. So
and the Ring of Honor show Saturday. That match is going to be very interesting to see what happens with them and the Briscoes. Because I can't see them beating the Briscoes again. They gotta switch it off because then you build towards another match. So
right, and if Ring of Honor is gonna finally get up off its feet and start being its own promotion, they got to have their own tag team champions, and the Briscoes. Oh yeah,
yep. And I think I'm pretty sure Cesaro's won in that singles.
Yeah, I think so.
That belt Saturday, so it should be a pretty epic. Might be an epic card, an epic way to kick off the Ring of Honor.
Right. Yeah, and plus that Ring of Honor, that promotion, they're gonna need some exciting names that stay on that promotion because FTR, they're unbelievable workers in the ring, but you don't want to burn those guys out too from going over to Ring of Honor all the time, defending a belt in a big match, then going down to Mexico, then doing wherever else.
Right.
You don't want to burn them out, and because they're your cash cow right now in a lot of ways. So I think diversifying some of those belts, getting some belt recognition by putting on them is smart, but then spreading it out amongst these new talents, I think, is a smart move. What are we thinking for All Out then? If Swerve and Keith Lee, Swerve in their glory, are gonna have those belts till then for sure, but who do we think they're gonna face?
It's almost impossible to predict because I feel like they've kind of gone to the well way too much with Taz's team.
Bucks.
I think it's gonna be 4-way dance. Just add FTR, same guys as last time.
Oh,
it's gonna be. I have a feeling it's gonna be a 4-way dance.
That would be
surprised if it isn't, but I think they'll just do the 4-way dance. Whoever gets the belts gets them all.
That'd be crazy.
FTR.
I could see that, and then maybe we get a follow-up match with just the Young Bucks versus FTR for all the belts.
I go on the side of there's no need to rush that. Save it. Why do it now? Save it. That's my take on it. You don't have to do it now. Young Bucks are still fairly young. So is FTR. A year from now, it's still a great match. Don't blow your wad now.
Yeah,
maybe they can spice it up with maybe a stipulation. Maybe make it a ladder match.
No, it's gonna be. There'll be something to it. I don't know what's all to it, but I just think it's gonna be a 4-way.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I would like it. I would like that if it were a ladder match. I think when you get 4 tag teams in the mix, ladder matches are the best. Don't get me wrong. AEW obviously does a great job with multi-man tag matches. A ladder match at All Out. Oh, yes, take my money.
That'd be fun.
Totally. Awesome. Well, we're going to see it live coming up in September. September 3rd, I believe it is, yeah?
I believe it's the 4th, isn't it?
4th, yeah. The 4th,
oh, you're getting married on the 3rd, right, Matt?
Yep. So it would be the day after that. And if it's on the 3rd, I wouldn't hold it against you if you...
No, it's not. It's the next day.
Sorry, I'm not going to make it.
So are you going to watch All Out in the honeymoon suite, Matt?
Oh, there's no way. Matt's missing all that, dude.
Well, by Sunday night, we're not going to be in the honeymoon suite anymore. I'm sure we'll be back at the house. But yeah. TBD, I'll say that.
After me and Kristen got married, we ordered pizza, like something we would do on a Monday.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so we mentioned some matches that are happening on Ring of Honor, Death Before Dishonor, but we want to talk about another match that just dissolved the details to the public today. We knew Ric Flair was coming back for one more match that nobody is chanting, but they're doing it anyway. Ric Flair will be taking on well, he is partnered with his son-in-law Andrade, and he'll be taking on Jay Lethal and Double J, Jeff Jarrett, for a final match. And what, like, is this on a pay-per-view of some sort, or is this like its own event? Like,
Starcast.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of their own deal, yeah.
Yep. It'll be on Fight TV. Chances are it might be able to stream it on the box, probably.
Gotcha.
Jim Crockett Promotions.
So this is purely a money grab. I mean, the numbers won't lie. I think, obviously, I mean, if you follow Ric Flair's Instagram or any sort of social media or media in general, you know that this guy still thinks he has it. I mean, this is going to be painful. I mean, the saving grace is Andrade in this and Jay Lethal. I mean, I've never been a fan of Jeff Jarrett, but I just don't even want to see Flair without his shirt off.
Oh,
yeah, I'm not.
Shit! I didn't think about that. Oh my god! I wonder.
I was wondering that this morning. Is he going to do that?
Great question.
He has to.
He probably will, dude. Because I think he looks
What's he gonna do?
I think he looks in the mirror and still sees himself as in his 30s.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's gonna be terrible. It's gonna look like one of those old men hanging out in the locker room of a gym that's watching the TV with their ball sack hanging out.
Yeah, totally.
God, it's gonna be so gross.
He's gonna put on the tan. It's gonna look like a overcooked hot dog in the microwave.
Fucking receding, thinning hair is gonna be all over the place.
He's gonna make Chris Jericho look like Lex Luger in his prime.
Yep.
Yeah, get the mirror out.
I didn't want to see that in the mid 2000s, let alone now.
No.
True that. So, well, and if he blades, which I'm not.
Of course he
out,
will.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna blade. He could die. I'm actually really worried about his safety if he does blade.
Something's gonna happen. Oh, we'll see. It could be bad.
Got the pacemaker.
Yep.
He's got a foot injury.
Do you guys know what this event is actually called, so the public can tune into this?
Ric Flair's last match.
Yeah, I think it is like last match. Yeah, that's exactly it.
What it's called.
That's what it is?
It's called Ric Flair's last match, yep.
It's a colostomy bag on a pole match.
Yep.
That's good shit. Yeah, put the Viagra on a pole. That's a good idea. Oh, that's been done, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't mean they couldn't do it again.
Yep.
Yeah. Now it's like Roman Swipes, a new one. Anyway, but okay, so we the boys and I, we've been kind of just joking about it a little bit once we saw the contestants participating in this match, and we're thinking, well, if it's Jay Lethal, we all know that classic TNA video on when those guys were wooing each other from the ramp, and Rick's in the ring, and it's like two dogs barking at each other, one outside on the sidewalk, one in the house behind the door. And so we think there's going to be a lot of that. That'll eat up some time. That'll get the crowd going.
Well, I don't know if I think Steve quit following. I don't know if you guys follow him, but him and Jay Lethal have been like working out and doing ring videos for like months for this.
Yeah.
So,
oh really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of how he led with it. Yeah.
So Jeff Jarrett was supposedly supposed to be a guest referee at like SummerSlam. So his name was
I think he still is.
Okay.
Yep, he is, yep.
So if he's around, they work him in. Again, they love going to the well with Jeff Jarrett as well. But
he's from Nashville, so the whole show's from
that'll
Nashville.
Get the pop.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where it's being held?
Yeah.
Yep. It's they're
Gotcha.
piggybacking off the SummerSlam show that's there that weekend, so which is smart. Which, most little indies do. They piggyback off the big WWE shows.
Mm-hmm.
So they are making like kind of sound business moves. So it's like makes sense.
They moved it to a bigger arena because they needed more seats. So it's not like this thing's.
Oh yeah. No,
it's already a success.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Besides that crappy match, the card's actually pretty decent. If you look at the card, it's not bad. You're getting Ring of Honor guys or AEW guys, Impact guys, and you're getting you'll get your money's worth if you're there.
I mean, that's where it's like as embarrassing as Ric Flair is. Like, Conrad Thompson kind of promoting this. It's like, that dude's smart. He might be Ric Flair's son-in-law, but he's also a smart business dude. So
he put good shit together. I mean, one of the best times was that Starcast thing we went to. I thought that was great, dude.
And this is another Starcast, yeah.
Yeah, it just sucks that he's not hooked up with Ring of Honor anymore, or not Ring of Honor, AEW anymore, where they're not doing. He's not bringing the show.
Yeah, I know. That was a lot of fun.
Yep.
All right, so the other matches that are on this card is Jacob Fatu versus Josh Alexander, Impact World Title match.
Yeah,
very good.
That's solid.
Deanna Purrazzo versus Rachel Ellering.
That's
and
good.
Jordan Grace. Yep, that's gonna be good.
Impact Wrestling match: The Wolves versus Motor City Machine Guns. I like that name. Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley.
Yeah, they're a classic team.
They're real good.
So the Wolves.
And we got Killer Cross versus Davey Boy Smith Jr.
Oh man,
how about that? So maybe Scarlett will be out there.
She will,
perhaps.
I will tune in for that. And then in the AAA Fatal 4-Way, Bandito versus Black Taurus. The Laredo Kid is back, and Ray Phoenix. And Bandito's the shit.
That's gonna be Bandito is the shit. That's gonna be the match of the night, in my opinion.
Oh yeah,
hell yeah, it is. I don't know anything about this Black Taurus guy, but I'm sure he's good.
I'm sure he's
probably
a AAA guy. I've never seen him. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, Charlie was right. If you like wrestling, you're gonna want to tune into this.
Did you see the rest? You see the rest of the card? You're not done yet. The card's not over. The New Japan match. Clark Connors versus.
I closed it. Keep going.
Oh yeah, and then there's a New Japan match. Clark Connors, who was good. We saw it the pay-per-view. Versus Ren Narita out of New Japan. Then you get your Impact MLW interpromotional match. Is the Briscoes versus the Von Erichs, which is going to be a barn burner. Then you get your Legacy match, which could be entertaining. You're getting Ricky Morton and his son Kenny Morton.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's why. Because the rumor for a while was that the Rock and Roll Express would be part of the Flair match, but then Ricky Morton wanted to wrestle with his son, which is kind of sweet.
Yep, and then they were taking on Pillman Jr. and Brock Anderson, the Anderson with no personality, no charisma.
Perfect.
At least he hasn't tripped and fallen off the apron yet.
That's right.
He got his dad's look, but none of the personality.
Yeah.
Arn fucking fell again.
Dude, I haven't thought about that in a long time, but those were some good times. I think Arn fell off the apron like twice within like 3 weeks or 4 weeks.
It was so fucking unreal.
He was falling all over the place.
Oh yeah.
All you would see was his little feet with his little ASIC, red, white, and blue ASICs just waddling around off camera in the frame. Too funny.
That had to be really embarrassing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He comes back. The Horsemen always come back. Well, dude, so we were kind of dogging. We were dogging it, but yeah, when you look down that card,
the card's good, yeah.
Goddamn fun. It's going to be real fun.
Yep.
It's going to steal the weekend. I mean, this is happening before SummerSlam or after?
Before.
Gotcha. Okay. So this will be nice. This will be real nice. So we got a lot of good wrestling coming up, folks. And it doesn't stop there. We got something going on this Saturday. Ring of Honor, Death Before Dishonor. We talked about how Claudio is going to be taking on current champion John Grisham. Am I saying that right?
Gresham, but yeah, close. Yeah, you got it.
Yep.
And we saw him come out on I don't know if it was Rampage or Dynamite.
The past two Rampage,
right. Yeah, and I like this guy's look. I haven't seen a lot of his work, but he's exciting.
You should go when you got time. Google Jonathan Gresham and just look at his images, and you can see what steroids can do to a body. He was a fucking skinny, small little dude, and now he's like a jack little powerhouse. It's hilarious, dude.
He's like a single muscle, his whole body.
Oh yeah, he was nothing like he's looked the last couple years, dude. It's hilarious. Because I was like, this guy's, I mean, he was really good technically, but I'm like, God, he'll never make it, man. Because he's really good in the ring. He's short. He was smooth. He didn't have a lot of muscle. Then all of a sudden, boom! All of a sudden, like 2 or 3 years ago, he put it all on.
He's a champ.
Yep.
And he's got Tully Blanchard on his corner.
Yeah, it's a
That's
good
That's a nice faction he's got. Yeah.
Because he needs a mouth that can help him talk and stuff, and Tully will do good. And those, I think that tag team they got is really impressive too. So
Yeah, and probably
Yes.
in Cage, it's a good use of Cage.
yeah, and those
Big
two
time.
dudes, that one dude that's like, the one dude's like with the abs and he's built. He looks really good.
Definitely. Yeah, I could see maybe Grisham and Claudio match being, 45 minutes of some hard hitting, strong technical wrestling, getting all the good spots in, but that's going to be a good championship match. And we
for
are
sure.
thinking that Claudio is probably going to win this match, you think? Has
Oh,
Grissom
yeah.
held this title for a long time?
Nah, not super long, but I still Claudio. My God, this is like,
They need a name. on that title.
Tony's running both
Yeah.
shows. Claudio is the perfect choice to be the flagship, of that brand.
Yeah,
Yep.
Totally.
he's a stud. A pure thoroughbred.
Yeah.
He is. I feel like he has. I've heard a lot of great talks about Claudio's technical wrestling capability. I think so far since coming to AEW, he's still trying to forget everything he learned in WWE, which is basically throw 50
Yeah.
European uppercuts and then swing
Get
the
back
guy
to
and
his
call it a
indie
night.
style. Yep.
Yeah.
So hopefully, by the time he hits Death Before Dishonor, he remembers some of his old Ring of Honor techniques, and we get to see some of that come back.
Yeah. Hopefully. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think he's just baiting the crowd, and he's gonna unleash and show what Claudio is gonna do.
Well, you
I
gotta
mean,
remember.
when I was watching,
Go ahead.
go ahead, Charlie.
No, I said you got to remember
Well,
that he was off for a while too. After he didn't sign, he took some time off.
Mm-hmm. Totally. Well, I'm really into this machine gun punching off the chest move that he does with the fans.
Oh yeah.
I'm into it. I'm loving that. And if you guys watched Dynamite and Rampage this last week, I was really digging this kid that was sitting ringside with the Sting makeup.
Oh,
Like-
I saw that guy.
like
yeah.
a real Sting makeup. It looked better than Sting's makeup. But didn't that kid look like he was like gonna cry? Like, didn't he look? I thought after Moxley, this Moxley New Japan guy, that match that happened on fucking Rampage, no, on Dynamite, and the Sting guy actually did have the AEW World Championship over his shoulder. And I really think if you go back and watch it, after Moxley wins, he's like in the corner and you see the Sting guy in the background, and I think he's crying. I
Yeah.
think he got a little emotional.
It was a big
It was
moment
so
for
funny.
him.
Oh, he was there with his girlfriend, and like his girlfriend was like holding his arm, and he was just like nodding his head, and he was like, you could tell he was trying to fight back the tears and not make his makeup run. So that was
No
good.
shame in that, man. It's like the
No.
guy who cried for CM Punk, man. Be proud of your wrestling
Exactly.
fandom.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. We're all one family here, folks. And shout out to the guy that made that awesome Daddy Magic poster.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I love it.
It looked like the PC principal from South Park.
Yes.
Like drawing. It was so good. Oh
Yeah,
my god! If he put that online for purchase, I would bid on it. for
It went
sure.
viral too because I think AEW showed it. So
Perfect.
Love it.
Yeah, man. We need more Daddy Magic signs like that.
Daddy Magic.
I mean, back
is-
in the day,
yeah.
signs were the shit. I mean, you put on Raw, there would be, 17,000 signs shooting up.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, you would get some classics on there. Shout out WrestleBotch, who's got a little highlight section on their page where it just shows classic, funny-ass signs. We should start doing that on our page, I think.
We should.
Anywho, so let's get to some more matches on Death Before Dishonor. We got Samoa Joe taking on Jay White.
Jay
Or,
Lethal.
excuse me, Jay Lethal, excuse me.
yeah,
And he's with Sanjay Dutt and Saddam Singh. This is for the TV championship. I mean, is Jay Lethal going to get this over Joe? I think so, right?
maybe I don't know. That's one I can't. I would assume so.
Right.
I would think so with all the hype they've been giving Jay Lethal and his cronies
yeah.
as of late. Honestly, I genuinely don't really care. I just want this to be done because they've been promoting this match now for what feels like months on AEW Dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
And there really has been no rebuttal from Joe. It just feels like every week these guys get the best of Samoa Joe and life goes on. So I would love to see Joe win and just destroy these three guys and, you know, these guys get their comeuppance. I don't necessarily know that's going to be the case, though. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of bored with it. Like, I want it over with. I feel like it's taken a lot of or not that much, but it's taken a lot of AEW time, and it just hasn't really. The crowd hasn't. I mean, the crowd loves Joe, but like you said, he's not been on much. The crowd. No knock on Jay Lethal. He's a really good wrestler, but the crowd has not really been into like that trio. So it's like, let's just get this going. This is what suffers with Ring of Honor not having its own deal. It's like they've had to use AEW to promote this, and I just don't think it's got a lot of juice.
Right.
Well, for me personally, I got on with Joel a little too late. I just missed his NXT run before he was brought up to the main roster or whatever happened to him. I got into NXT right after he lost it to Balor or whatever it was. So yeah. I don't know. I missed his, and when he was on the Indies wrestling CM Punk, I heard he was the shit. I didn't see any of that. I caught the tail end of Samoa Joe's career, and for me personally, he doesn't really do anything for me. He's just one of those wrestlers. Anytime he comes out, I mean, I think it's cool that I love seeing fans get excited, but for me, he doesn't do anything. And Jay Lethal, he's great too, but I think a heel TV championship for the Ring of Honor promotion would be great. And I think Jay Lethal is doing that great, and Charlie said it best. He's the best when he is a heel. So I think we'll see more of that. So I'm thinking Jay Lethal will do that belt justice if he takes it over Joe. But the one that I'm really excited about too is Wheeler Yuta versus Daniel Garcia for the Pure Wrestling Rules match. And that is going to be awesome. I think if they get some time, this is going to be Daniel Garcia's big coming out match where he's going to get the respect that Yuta got after he wrestled Moxley. If these guys wrestle their bags off, this could steal the show for sure. Even though it is a Pure Wrestling Rules match and, you know, those rules are kind of different than a normal match. But I bet the announcers will do a good job breaking it down, selling it, keeping it interesting. But these two are some of the best young talents in the biz right now.
Yeah, for sure. I totally forgot about this match until you just said it. And I think of the three matches we've talked about so far, this being the third, this is probably the one I'm most excited for, just because we're most familiar with Wheeler Yuta and Daniel Garcia. And I've talked about this on past episodes. I was never a huge Daniel Garcia fan when he first showed up in AEW. But watching his matches, the guys totally won me over. And I think this pairing is perfect. Both these guys can wrestle a super technical, hard-hitting style. As far as who wins, I agree with you, Mike. I think Daniel Garcia would be my personal pick to win the title. Although, it makes you wonder, where does that leave Wheeler Yuta with the rest of the Blackpool Combat Club? Does Regal get pissed that he lost? Is there some fallout because of that? I don't know. I feel like there could be. I also feel like that group is more on the face side than on the heel side of things.
For sure.
So, yeah, it's hard to say. They do a really good job walking that line, so maybe it'd be kind of interesting to see like what happens to Yuta if he were to lose the title.
I don't think he's going to, personally. I think I think it's going to be an awesome match. I think Garcia is going to look awesome, but I think he's going to lose.
Yeah, I think I agree, but it's tough to call.
Yeah, I can see Yuta. I always thought Yuta would win this, but I just think Garcia is going to be put over in this match by losing. Garcia's strong. He's in a strong stable with the Jericho Appreciation Society. He's not going to lose anything. If anything, he's just going to raise his stock more and still, just make the Appreciation Society look a little tougher too. And shout out to Chris Jericho for another awesome promo he had this past Dynamite.
Yeah.
I mean, we talk about it a lot. His personal beliefs. He's a Canadian guy, so I don't even know why he gets all, on his soapbox about a lot of this shit. But the dude is a certifiable genius when it comes to the wrestling business. I mean, we're really lucky to have this guy. We're lucky to keep seeing what he keeps putting out. he's kind of like the David Bowie of wrestling. He's constantly reinventing himself, finding new ways to sell what works, making himself relevant at all times without anybody else really putting him over. I mean, he's got a huge ego, but that's kind of what you need to be a star like him and be. I don't know if I would put him on the Mount Rushmore, but maybe on the Mount Rushmore, you know, for longevity of careers, when all is said and done, he would be there. But yeah. Anyway, that was a little side tangent. And just one more side tangent too. Check out that A&E biography. They're doing that whole wrestling thing. We just saw Mark Calloway's or 2 Sundays ago, and I think they did Goldberg. I haven't watched it yet, but have you guys caught any of that yet or no?
No.
No, yeah,
definitely worth checking out.
I heard they were pretty good. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I love those.
Mike,
I love docs.
Are those documentaries produced by WWE or is it any?
I think so.
Thing?
I
gotta think it's WWE for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, they're partnered with A&E for those.
Yeah, and then right after those, they have this rivalries show.
Yeah. I heard the Shawn Michaels Brett one was really good.
I watched it because those, you know, Shawn Michaels is my boy, and I actually, you know, softened up a little bit for the Hitman too after watching that one, because you know we've heard the story a million times about the Montreal Screwjob, but this, you know, shed a little more light after more time has gone by. Now that they're a little older, had a little time to simmer.
Was the one this week Bret Hart and Goldberg?
I think
the rivalry
so,
one.
Yeah,
Instagram's been blowing up over this.
Yeah, I guess Hart is still. I guess I don't know. I don't know if it was in that autobiography or not, but I guess Hart's still pissed at him about it.
Oh
dude.
yeah, he ended his career.
He's still fucking pissed, dude.
Dude, Bret Hart does not forget anything.
He doesn't forget,
I mean,
but if what he's saying is true, it's like, can you blame it? Like the dude ended his career by just being fucking reckless. He kicked him in the head.
He's a green idiot, dude.
Yeah,
there was
I'm.
Sorry, Mike. I was just going to add. So on that note, there's actually a video clip trending right now on Instagram that shows that kick from Goldberg to Bret Hart.
Oh wow!
And Bret Hart does get his hands up, like clear as day, in that shot. Now I don't know. Maybe it was a different kick, but yeah, or maybe Goldberg just kicked him so hard that it didn't matter.
Yeah,
that
that could be.
was up. That's probably more likely the case.
For the amount of super kicks that these guys take, I'm actually surprised, like, more of them aren't in wheelchairs. I mean, think about fucking Johnny Gargano takes, like, probably 30 a match. The Young Bucks hand them out, they take them.
They're fucking 1,000% better workers than Goldberg, dude. Goldberg never learned how to work right, dude.
Yeah, true.
You know, he had all those matches, and they were like 1 to 3 minutes tops, dude. He didn't know how to work. Even if you saw stuff with the last few years, he's, you know, the last match with that Undertaker, he doesn't.
No, that's terrible.
He has no clue how to wrestle, dude. He never took the time to learn the art, you know.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
I've never, I haven't watched the Goldberg A&E one yet. I probably will when I get a chance. But I'm actually pretty shocked that they gave him one just because of how shitty of an actual wrestler he was.
I'm shocked at the whole thing that he's fucking, I'm shocked that the whole thing that he's even in the Hall of Fame. That's like a joke.
Yeah. Well, they're scraping the barrel. And I mean, when you own WCW, I guess, and for the amount of the streak, you know, there's worse people in the Hall of Fame too than Goldberg. So there's that. Can't even really count it a real Hall of Fame. There's not even a real building.
Well, that's just the joke of it. It's not it's who Vince wants in his Hall of Fame. It's why, you know, the freaking honky tonk man inducted Coco Beware, who, you know, Coco Beware was nothing more than like a mid-carder at best, never won a title in WWE, but they put him in the Hall of Fame because he sold merchandise. And it's just like, that kind of tells you all you need to know about that Hall of Fame.
Right.
Yeah, it's a joke.
Totally. Donald Trump's in it.
Exactly.
That is true.
Kid Rock. Snoop Dogg.
Yep. There you go. City Lauper.
True that.
Bob Uecker.
And there's another good match happening. We talked about the FTR match, Briscoe Bros. We've been talking about that for weeks. We just need it to happen so we can. Oh, but it is now 2 out of 3 falls. That just came out this last week. So I'm thinking they get 50 minutes to maybe an hour. That'll be. I mean, there's only 5 matches on this card.
Yeah, they're gonna be long.
It's probably gonna be 3 hours. So.
No, they get their money's worth. I think that pay per view is only like $30 too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. But we have Mercedes Martinez versus Serena Deeb, the ultimate.
That should be good. I think Serena gets that title.
Yeah, I would love to see it.
Yep.
And I think she's will be a great, capable champion. She deserves it.
She's
the best
does.
worker that AEW has out of everybody that they have over there.
Or the best.
So, yeah, if that's the role that she wants, she will do it to the A+ performance she could possibly give, and that's what I respect the most about her. Is like, it seems like everything she does, the amount of time that she's able to get, whether it's 5 minutes or 15 minutes, she puts her all into it. So it's gonna be a great show. You're gonna want to make sure you tune into that. That's this Saturday. It's gonna be in Lowell, Massachusetts, in the East Coast, and it's gonna be July 23rd. So make sure you check it out. All right. So that's gonna do it for us here. But we got one more thing before we head out, and that is promo of the week. And this one is submitted by Timmy, the Gentle Giant from Mountain Home, Arkansas. He says, I might be tall, but you guys stand above the rest as far as wrestling podcasts. So thank you, Timmy. That's fucking great, bro.
Timmy knows where it's at.
If you love wrestling, tell your friends about us. If you like what we have to say, if you don't like what we have to say, let us hear about it. Shoot us a note at keepthekayfabe414@gmail.com or just DM us at Facebook or Instagram at Keep the Kayfabe. So, Timmy sends us Lou Albano and Ken Patera interview from 1984. This is in late November. So, let's just take a listen. This is an oldie but a goodie. Thanks, Timmy.
Tonight, November the 26th, return bout, Frank the Hammer Valentine, to be challenged by Tito Santana. Get this, Tonga Kid to beat Rowdy Roddy Piper in the Tonga Kid's corner and back at Madison Square Garden, none other than Jimmy Superfly Snuka. I must compliment promoters on making the best of a less than great situation. David San Martino to meet the man to my left, Ken Patera in the corner of Ken Patera, Captain Lou Albano. However, in David San Martino's corner, and I can imagine what it's going to be like in Madison Square Garden, Bruno San Martino.
Bruno David San Martino or David Bruno San Martino. Well, first of all, Mean Gene, I am a licensed manager in the state of New York by the New York State Athletic Commissioner, John F. Branca, residing. But why was Bruno San Martino granted permission to be in the corner of his son? I have a license. I should be there. He should not be there. But let me tell you this. Whether Bruno is there or he's not there, and I know he'll be there, makes no difference. Because this is the master. This is the man that will humiliate and defeat David San Martino.
Yeah, we've given this young man several opportunities to back out. Have I not, David?
Oh, come
Have
on.
I not given you several opportunities to back out of this?
Away.
That's right. I'm giving you this one last time. But it's quite obvious you're not going to say it. Hasn't sunk in. Your mind is not like a sponge. You're getting to be like your father, an old dog that you can't teach any new tricks to. Well, I'm not going to intend to teach you any tricks, David, because I'm going to beat you up so bad and put so many lumps and bumps on your head that you're going to be on your hands and knees. And then I'm going to spit on you. I'm going to pick you up and slap you. And then you're going to be begging for mercy. And Bruno.
All right, well, there it is, boys. Another great promo of the week submitted by our faithful friends. Thank you so much for submitting your great promos week after week. We love hearing them. We love sorting through them to see who makes the cut. If you got a great promo, like I said, shoot us a note at Gmail. keepthekayfabe414@gmail.com or keepthekayfabe at Instagram or Facebook. So, boys, summer is here, and I'm actually thinking about hitting the gym. I mean, after 3 months of having a kid, I'm like getting a little doughy. I'm not where I want to be in life. I keep pretty active, but I could do better. I'm thinking about maybe doing a couple boxing classes, get out some, aggression. Or not aggression, just, blow off some steam.
Some ruthless aggression, if you will.
Yeah, a little bit. I think I need to. Because I already got 3 great pieces of advice that I keep in my mind day after day, but I want to look good and feel good too.
What are those 3 pieces of advice, Mike?
Well, we say them week after week, but they ring truer this week more than ever. And I want the fans to remember it this week too. And that is stay humble, stay hungry, and stay hard.
Triple H.
Woo! For the last time.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Yep.
Yeah, last time.
Thoughts and prayers, Rick.